Essentially for now we're waiting for everyone to show up. And while waiting, I'm just gonna pull up my little characters real quick. I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, how do I do this? When I add the image.
Stop breaking. Don't break something.
Wee woo.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, oh, he's fucking big. He's huge. He's huge. Okay, so right in front of me on the left right here on top of the followers today.
That's a dude.
That is a dude. That is indeed a dude. I will be playing a guy, chat.
It's all male characters.
I will be playing it, yeah. So we're just gonna have a bunch of male characters. I'll try my best to do the voice. I can't guarantee. I tried to get my voice changer working yesterday. It didn't work. So we're using our raw power. It didn't work, Octo. It didn't work, Octo. It didn't fucking work. Alright, bye JJ. Have fun dancing. But yeah, this is my character. His name is Cecil. I'll tell you guys lore if we have time today. Are we gonna go over that, or are we just gonna ignore that?
I mean, right now we're just buying time for snow, so feel free to talk about your lore if you want. I don't mind.
Let me just introduce the character. So Octo right here, the green octopus gentleman, he's gonna be playing Plu. He's gonna be he's also streaming, so if you guys want to see him, I will give. How do I shout out? I forgot.
Shout me out.
Not you.
Nice. No, that was Octo.
Oh, that was Octo.
That was like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, is somebody else in there? What?
I don't know how to shout people. I will give me 1 second.
It's slash shout out.
You don't have the exclamation mark SO command?
I mean, using the Twitter is a little bit better just because it actually gives you the link. Makes all the sense. Let's see. Keep my eye on the
This
CPU.
man.
Let's see my strength.
Oh, that.
So I give shout out to Octo, so he will be also streaming his own POV. I will be streaming mine. So if you want to see the both POV, you're welcome to. He will be playing Plu, the little slime guy. Our Bunzo right here, the purple hair dude in the middle, he will be the DM. He's the dungeon master. He's the fucking god of the game. Kill people. And Mikey right here, Mikey Flo, he won't be streaming, he will be popping up. But he won't be streaming. His gremlin will laugh. He will playing Muriga. Don't ask me how he got that name. You'll see once we start the campaign eventually. His name is Muriga. And we got Snow that will be joining us soon with the name of, what was it? What the fuck was his name? Crowin.
Mm-hmm.
And then Crowin, who's also a dwarf man. As for Pawnch, who doesn't stream in general, he will be the character name that we're trying to figure out. I think it was Reese, or HYSS. Read that how you will. I don't know how to fucking read. There you go. There's the introduction of the character. Today's session 0, we're just gonna be going over the rules and maybe play a little bit of game just to make sure everything works fine.
I got
the
plans.
The DM is already laughing with his evil pan. But yeah, that's it.
Here.
That's
We
it.
might have to murder Snow, but we're all friends here.
Please do not murder Snow.
Might just happen.
Oh god, we're gonna murder a character on session 0. Here we go. At this point, it's gonna turn to session 0.5, so you know.
I feel like Snow just fell back asleep. That's my guess.
Oh my
I keep
god,
seeing his Discord status
no!
flicker on and off, so I don't know.
Hey, twink 'em, John.
Anyway, I'm going to be starting no matter what in 3 more minutes.
Since we haven't started the
What if we all just
stream,
spam him?
don't.
Mm.
Not gonna help. Yes, do not disturb. It's not gonna give us anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the
gonna
point.
remove him now.
Disturb.
As for those, just so since we haven't started this stream yet, I'm gonna say it right now. Go grab snacks, go grab drinks, go to the restroom. Make sure y'all filled up because the stream might last for 2 to 3 hours, possibly 4. So
Alright,
you know,
I'm gonna go take a shit.
Yeah, go. I do bio
Waiting
breaks
right now.
like halfway through sessions as well. I don't like hold people to their chairs for 3 or 4 hours at a time.
Not allowed to leave.
I
Just
will
over
give
in.
you guys. I will tell you guys when there's a break in the middle. So you know, the be right back screen will pop up and there will be music playing in the background and nothing else. For those of you who haven't seen my be right back screen, it just looks like this. Oh, I wasn't supposed to show that yet. But yeah, we'll be playing D&D session 0, going over rules and shit. Go take a shit. Go take piss.
He's already gone.
Go eat.
Well, Mikey's already. Well, once Mikey's back, I'm gonna start going. Although he hasn't loaded
Makes
into
sense.
the
my
Foundry
God.
yet.
But yeah, once we start, I'm gonna switch my screen once we start. So for now, we're just gonna be on just chatting. I don't think we're gonna do anything during our rules like thing, right?
What do you mean?
Like when we're discussing the rules and all those kind of stuff, we're not gonna be in the fucking program itself, right?
No, but I would say,
Switch it just in case.
yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be switching the screens once we get started. For now, just take your break. It's already been almost 20 minutes on my stream.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun.
If I didn't crash, I'll probably be on the 20 minutes. Go to the bathroom, come back. Oh, it's a blue screen.
How did your streams keep crashing? I don't understand.
This piece is not great.
I'll explain it. I mean, oh, by the way, chat, I'm saying this shit right now. If it crash, I'm going to continue streaming. I'm not gonna quit like last time because it pisses me off. Because last time it keep fucking crashing like 5 times in a row, so I can't do shit. But this time I'll try. I'll try so we can actually continue the session. If not, again, we have Octo streaming, so go check him out. So if I were to die, you know, his stream is alive. So you can continue the story. But yeah, this D&D campaign is more of a roleplay base. So
I'm gonna try to stab you
Hey.
though.
Please do not
Stab.
kill me.
Just a little bit of
I'm
stab.
gonna do Harry
Please
Potter and throw
don't
it over the
stab.
festival.
Why would you? Who give Bunny a knife?
I did.
Why would you get a knife? How dare you?
Thank
There's a
God.
knife in the kitchen for a reason.
Smart you.
Oh no.
Talking about everyone's characters, I'm just everything.
Fear.
Oh, Mikey, are you back now?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I think we're just gonna get into this, and if Snow shows up, I'll be happy midway through. Otherwise, I'm gonna give him homework. That'll be fun.
Alright, let me switch my screen. There you
So
go.
if you guys want to follow along, you can bring up the session 0 PDF. Otherwise, I'm just going to be going down the bullet points myself.
I'll
You can
bring
feel
it up, but I won't show it to the screen
Yeah.
because that's too much work.
So we're just going to go down the little... Yeah, that's fine.
Which link is that?
It's underneath important documents.
Oh,
It's the most recent one. So, yeah, so first we're going to go over the table expectations, I guess. This is a roleplay focused campaign. Typically, I love doing that in the first place, but this time I'm going to say it from the get-go. I'm going to be trying my darndest to be like trying to boost up the atmosphere and stuff. And you guys are all new, so I don't have like huge expectations, but I'd be excited to see if you guys try to participate in that as well. There's going to be combat because, you know, this is also a D&D campaign, so that's definitely going to be a thing. Puzzle solving, I'll be making sure to listen for your guys' character goals and try to weave that into the story. This thing that we're working with, this module, is pretty flexible in terms of content, so I can definitely add in more character-driven narratives. But yeah, so for this first point, last thing I'll say is roleplay heavily encouraged with each other, so like within your own party or with NPCs you come across. But since you're also new players, if you're ever like confused on stuff like that, just ask me. Just ask me, that's all. Next point. Game is semi-serious, but like we're not gonna be fucking dead serious. So I want people having fun. I don't think I really want to talk more about that point. Just more in writing. Semi-serious, but you guys feel free to joke around. Some people are going to be trying to stay in character all the time, but you don't have to. You can still make out-of-character comments and stuff. I don't mind. This is also, next point, this is a module we're working with. So while I'm not going to railroad you guys, it kind of has a laid out story with points we have to hit as we go along, where sure, we could derail from that story, but if we do, I'll have to like make it up myself entirely and will no longer be on a module. So I would like to prefer to try to stay on it. So I'm hoping you have characters that can kind of align with where the story is going as it moves along, preferably. But any out of character discussions or any ideas you guys have to contribute to the story where you might want to see it to go, feel free to talk about that type of stuff too. And while I'm going over all this stuff, if you guys want to interject or ask any questions, add your own thoughts, feel free. That's cool too. This next point is especially for the new players, which is most of you. Just be careful how you talk about joking or how jokingly you talk about certain actions. Because if you do it too many times, I might just take you seriously and make you do rolls around it. If you fuck around too much, you might find out with that one. But I don't think we'll have too much of a problem with that.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah. So player versus player is technically, I'll allow it, but I would prefer if we avoid it for the most part, because I don't really want to run a player versus player centric campaign. And don't really want to deal with group characters who are having a lot of infighting and spats and arguments and stuff. Like, you know, lighthearted arguments or the occasional dramatic moment is fine, but not like slinging fireballs at each other directly every other session. That's just a headache. Would not like. Yeah. Oh yeah, and this one too. We can just add on to at any point in time. If you guys have any pet peeves when it comes to D&D, or you gain any as we go on, or general roleplay issues, just let me know. This next one, especially for a party full of very high charisma people. Romance is a mechanic in Strixhaven with the named students, and you know, it can happen in D&D in general, but like, I myself as a DM don't focus on that too hard. I'm not like either I'm not very good or I'm not super interested in role playing out full romance scenes. That's not really my bag. So usually we'll just TLDR over stuff like that. And obviously we're not going to be doing any R-rated scenes because people are streaming this and stuff. And also that's just gross. I don't really want to do that. Which, talking about streaming, some players are going to be streaming this, so keep talks PG-13. I mean,
May I make a comment?
yes.
Mikey, keep PG doesn't mean putting your fucking emotes of someone petting your tits in my stream. Also, fuck you.
I think a quick
Oh!
message to Snow.
What?
How fucking dare you post a fucking emote of you petting your tits on my fucking stream? How fucking dare you?
I'm just supporting a streamer. What do you want from
There's
me?
other way to support the streamer. You
Like
think
money.
this?
Look at the cute little emotes.
Not
Look at
that.
them.
Don't
They're
give me
so
money.
cute.
Hey,
I don't
Look at the
coach.
cute little emotes.
Okay,
not to play,
okay.
not to play devil's advocate, but Twitch approved that emote technically.
Exactly.
I know,
Just
and
wait
I
till I get my salami
fucking hate
emote.
it.
It's gonna be even better.
Okay. Let's keep things rolling a little bit here. If you guys have any issues with what I've talked about so far, you can just either talk about it here or just DM me privately. I don't really care. As we go through all this, if I have a player that's like repeatedly ignoring what we've talked about here, like is being disrespectful, we're just gonna ask them politely to leave. We're not here for drama or anything. We're just here to play games. So just gonna have to say that much. And this is also another note for high charisma people. This might, I guess, depending on what D&D content you've listened to, people have different takes on it. But like, for me, a high charisma and high persuasion checks doesn't mean you can get away with anything. You can't seduce the dragon. Like, sure, you might have a very convincing argument, but what a high persuasion does to me, or a high charisma does for me, is it can give your characters benefits with high rolls, but it doesn't guarantee the results you're asking for all the time.
I would like to say I feel personally attacked here.
Yeah, I know.
What are you trying to say, Bunzo?
It's not a magical spell that brainwashes people. That's all. So just like any other skill check, with certain persuasion checks, the difficulty for what you accomplish might just be so high that you can't accomplish it, essentially, or it's just not even an option. But I will say, Mikey, while you might not accomplish what you're asking for, it'll still may give you a benefit or something close to what you're trying to get if you roll extremely high. So there's still benefits to very high persuasion, obviously.
Well,
So
Mikey might try to fuck a dragon, but I don't know about America, okay?
That's fair. So that's
What's
table
done.
expectations for now. Any questions or thoughts about those?
My America is the bottom. That's all I'm gonna say. If he's trying to flirt with a dragon, America is the bottom.
Okay. Campaign world. I guess this is actually a little bit of a mini dump for lore. So we'll go over this. So all of your characters have been here for roughly a week so far. They can be anywhere up to a week or up to like 2 or a day if you like. You guys can choose.
It's
So
a
you're
school?
still
Okay.
you're still not really used to the school. You're not really too used to getting around. You've been on a leash for going around. You're not allowed to travel everywhere yet. So you've only seen a few choice locations so far. But
That's your
this
mouse
is
moving?
Yeah, Mike can move my mouse around.
I can see it.
So yeah, this does mean you have met the other members of your group, even if just like vaguely or once or twice already. You're allowed to know each other before you've arrived. That's all background stuff. If you want to have a connection with an NPC, we can work that out as well at the school. Technology-wise, this isn't really usually touched about in D&D stuff, but Strixhaven is a campus about magic, so it is high tier magic stuff like magic technology. There's fuckloads of magical items, like the torches. Most of the torches or lighting sources are all magical. A lot of the waterways are affected by magic or moved by magic. There's magic coming out of like everywhere in here. Pretty much it's in all of the infrastructure of the campus at this point. So there isn't stuff like guns, but there might be like magical blunderbusses. The flip side of this is because there's so much magic going in and out of the university grounds, that can also mean there's some misfires, whether it's like magical explosions, mutations, monsters, stuff like that. Happens pretty frequently. It's not too surprising when it happens. This is actually nice that I wrote this part down. I forgot about that. So Strixhaven itself, you guys are basically in a pocket dimension. You're in between other universes and worlds. If you ever want to leave Strixhaven, you need to get the assistance of faculty or gain access to one of the guarded teleportation circles. You can't really just walk out by yourself at this point, at least. Outside of Strixhaven, like outside of the map, from what you can see, it's just essentially wilderness for a few hundred miles. And once you get to the outer limits of that, there's a heavy fog that starts to creep in until you eventually can't like go any further. Anytime you try to wander too deep into the fog, you'll get spat back out the other direction. And this is stuff you guys will know at a base level. All this stuff that I'm mentioning, your characters would have already kind of picked up on it or heard about it.
Question: how do we communicate? Since communicate far away. Do we have like some kind of crystal or magic that we can use to communicate with each other far away?
In the future, you might, but for now, there's couriers. There might be messenger birds you have access to, things like that. There are magical items called sending stones you've heard of, but they're not just handed out to every single student.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good question, though. I'm gonna leave this next part for after we're done going over these session 0 stuff. So instead I'll skip to, this kind of gives you an idea on how big the campus is. Currently there's around 2,000 students. That's including first year students and students that are going to all 5 of the colleges. So it's a pretty large place, or decently large place. And there's around like over 500 faculty. I might increase that number. These are kind of just me giving rough estimates. You're basically like in a miniature city. Although not all students are always on campus, because sometimes they might be out traveling, going on field trips or other stuff like that. The campus is very self-sufficient as well. Doesn't really need to make too much content with or contact with outside worlds, except for certain things. A lot of the food's grown on the grounds here. There's lots of nature, so they don't really need outside help that much. This is just a kind of a personal note for the campaign world. You guys might see me rarely adding characters that you can just see are references or parodies of other characters from other media. Whenever I do that, I try to make sure they fit into the world and they're not too jarring. But if they ever come off as that, just let me know. And I'm not looking to do it too much. Just like if you find it distracting or you can't deal with it, let me know and I'll adjust to it. I'll adjust it. Okay. Moving through this pretty fast. But I did not have a good idea on how long everything would take. Session time, we're going to be trying to keep a consistent time every single week. Same day, same time, so people aren't really confused when it is. There's already a little bit of issue when it came to figure out today's time because of Google being dumb. But going forward, hopefully it'll be easier to remember what time we play at. It's either going to be every week or bi-weekly, depending on how much prep time I need. And sessions can be lasting anywhere from 3 to 4 hours. If 2 or more characters are missing, I may cancel the session. Today, I might just not, for the sake of showing some stuff off, but I'd prefer it if we have at least like most of the group. If someone misses too many sessions in a row as well, I might just ask them like, do you still want to be a part of this? Or I have other people I can always bring in. And because we're in a university, it's actually not that hard to have a character go to the sidelines because they can just be busy doing other class stuff or all this. Like, I have a perfect excuse. Like with Pawnch's character, they can just be off doing extra class work or working a job or hanging out with other students, stuff like that. So it's not hard for me to sideline characters, but I don't want to do it so frequently that they basically become an NPC in the campaign. Which, yeah, or I'm hoping Pawnch will be able to make it mostly on time once they figure out their schedule a little bit more. And we'll see what happens with Snow. Because if we lose a member, I might just end up inviting someone else to this thing too, honestly. Although I will say 3 people is still, I can definitely work with that. That still works fine. This one I wish Snow would have let me know. If you're unable to show, just let me know in advance so I can plan things out. That's all I want. As soon as you know, just let me know. I'm gonna make sure all the character sheets are correct and ready to use. I feel like they are. For session 1, that'll be either next week or the week after that. Session 1 is going to be about the opening ceremony, like you're officially students, and what happens during that. So you'll be taking your first steps as students in Strixhaven in session 1. But for today, we're going to be doing introductions to your dorm, and then maybe just some open discussion about any questions you might have about Strixhaven at this point that you might not have already read about or heard about. What we're looking at right now is the campus map. This is kind of a pamphlet I think most first years would get to kind of give you an overview of the place. There's in the center, there's the main campus where a variety of students go to, but where all first years stay. Let me get the document here because I'm still not super familiar with all the names of all the colleges. Once you guys reach second year, you'll have one of 5 colleges to pick from to go to. I believe to the north is Silverquill. Yeah, to the north is Silverquill College. They're a lot of the more artsy types. Let me get good TLDRs here. Okay. So to the north is Silverquill. To the southwest, I guess you can see where my pointer is. Down here is the Prismari College, which are basically the art students when it comes to magic. So Prismari are art students. Silverquill are more performance for magic. What do we got next here? Witherbloom is bottom right. They're more of the studies of life and death. Over here is Quandrix, which is kind of the studies of mathematics with magic. They have the floating cubes outside their giant dorm. And to the west, I believe, is the Lorehold College. Yeah, Lorehold College, which is kind of history and stuff like that. Which another thing of note is how the environments are transformed by the magics that each school kind of focuses around. Where Silverquill is kind of very high eloquence, very fancy buildings, infrastructure. Quandrix is very mathematical. You have a lot of shapes, a lot of farmlands, straight lines. Witherbloom's more of where the swamp is at this point, a lot of the old growth forest. Oh god, what are these guys? The bottom left is the weirdest one, I swear. Prismari. I'm gonna get some art. Yeah, I'll get some art to show off here in just a moment. How they've warped the environment, I have a hard time describing. Journal entry. Abstract's a good word for it, honestly. Create page. Which is a feature I can show off in session 0, so this is good. See if this works for you guys. Does this work for you guys?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's kind of the buildings that the Prismari live in, and they've kind of warped the land around them to look kind of like that. It's very alien environment. And then, of course, we have the lore hold, which is kind of like just dusty ruins, if I'm honest. Now, I haven't memorized the book of Strixhaven, so I'll be doing my best to read up on this stuff and try to stay on top of it, but there still might be some stuff I'm missing in details occasionally. You guys can feel free to read up on it. Try not to read the actual module itself or what's going to happen. But lore and stuff is generally okay, I would say. Just take a sip of my water. All right, do we got any questions so far about all that stuff? No?
Nope.
I don't think anyone does.
Oh, good.
Probably helps we have fewer people. We'll probably get through stuff a lot quicker this way.
We're quick. Quick as fuck, boy.
Kind of was hoping Snow would show up late, but
Showing up at
fuck
all.
it, we can keep moving on. So we'll go into the mini session then. I don't mind. When would this be? When would this be? I guess this would be whatever the day was where you have all members of your troop. So like all of you, all 5 of you were there at one point. Maybe beforehand you were in temporary housing somewhere on the school grounds set up. But eventually you guys were given your own dorm. Typically with first year students, everyone, goes to dorms. They're split up into small groups. For your case, it was a group of 5. Some people are in larger, some people are in smaller, depending. Kind of helps students study, make new friends, stuff like that. When it came to your group, though, you guys were the late arrivals. You kind of arrived just before school was kicking off. Like you got in at the last minute type of deal. So when it came to your accommodations, things were a little bit delayed in getting you set up, which they were telling you was doesn't usually happen. A lot of the staff probably were apologizing profusely about that, but not much you guys can do on your end as students. And at that point, you don't have to pay for your room and board or food, so you were just kind of waiting to see what you would get while being taken care of. Let me get some pictures being shown here. You would have been led over to your dorm, I would say, early afternoon, sometime like around 10 or 11 a.m. Let me get the name here. I have the first NPC you guys can meet.
Ooh.
An elven male by the name who called himself Raz showed up, collected you all, and took you out towards the edge or the forest edge of the first year campus. Just going to show you some pictures, kind of the journey as you headed on over. Actually, wait, maybe I should show this guy's picture first. Is there an easy way to do that? I don't know. I'll just put this in. No, that would require people alt tabbing. Oh, yeah. So I'll just describe this NPC quickly then instead. So he's full elf from what you can tell, wears circular black shades, has a pretty deadpan personality to him. Seemed like he wasn't really enjoying doing this job, but he's just the one that got stuck with it. Dresses pretty sharply, and doesn't really seem to care how varied your group is as he collects all of you. Let me just show this picture here. So as he's collecting all of you, you guys are walking outside. This is kind of like the outside gardens where there's a lot of infrastructure kind of dedicated to temples and stuff like that. But already at this point, the forest is quickly overgrowing the place. And you guys are walking along kind of the center path. One of the nice part of Strixhaven, which you're still probably not really used to, is a lot of the architecture here is very, very big. They don't really seem to, they seem to take advantage of all the space given to them in this little pocket dimension they have. And you can feel free to start making any in-character comments you like as you're walking along that path there in the center, out towards the forest on the edge. As Raz takes the lead, he's kind of just thumbing through a notebook and has his back to all of you, muttering to himself.
It's funny you do that because I would just be sitting in the back, walking in the background, just fumbling through my fucking notebook as well.
Look at everything. Eyes of wonder.
Nice. And America's just gonna follow along. Take that as a yes.
Hell yeah.
All right. Now, this is the next step as you guys get to the outskirts. The further you get out, you guys might have been thinking originally you might have been set up in one of the big buildings you're passing by, but the further you get out after about 30-ish minutes of walking, you start to realize the buildings are getting smaller and older as he's taking you further out. And, oops, that's... Did you guys see that one?
The second
new
step.
one? Yeah. So it kind of breaks away to more of a village architecture.
Oh.
You okay, Mikey?
Okay, you bring that back up. I definitely didn't accidentally click out of it.
That's okay. Wait, I can just specifically show it to Mikey. That's a nice feature.
Nice.
Okay. So at this point, as you guys are kind of passing underneath that underpass of branches and stuff, Raz kind of clears his throat and says, so, yeah, unfortunately, we weren't planning. We had a little bit more students this year than last year, so seems like you guys got the short end of the stick. Good news, bad news, though. You guys got a big place. Bad news, it's kind of a shit place. So you have to make of that what you will. It's just up the hill there.
Reminds me of my fucking home.
Well, that's good. Hope you guys don't mind sharing
Yeah, I
some.
love the fucking mold on the wall.
Mm.
It's good for your skin.
Some of the other students call this place Moss Haven, which I guess is basically mold.
Yeah, I can eat
And-
that for breakfast.
As you guys are walking up the hill, you get taken to this is the back side of the cottage. As you approach the building, just as Raz had said, it does look very old. There's moss growing pretty much out of every single part of the building. Old wood, which is cracked, splintered, or rotten. The shutters, any shutters going over the window are hanging off maybe by a nail at best, or just completely gone. Let me actually load up the map and pause things here so no one can move. Ba-da-ba-ba. Activate. Can change the music up as well, real quick. Although I should say, when you're first approaching this place, it looks actually pretty nice, pretty cozy. But it's like, the closer you get to it, the closer you can tell it's like kind of shitty. The garden, while it looks nice at first, as you get this close to it, kind of to the edge for some people, the garden is like overgrown with obviously weeds. There's thorns, all the worst type of weeds, the hardest stuff to pull out. There's a lot of masonry that's kind of cracked. You see a window or two that's broken as you approach. The upside, though, is the place is rather large, as Raz had said. I can unpause it here. Feel free to move around a little bit. So, yeah, these are your guys' accommodations. We don't have really any other plans to put any other students here at the moment, so you guys just have the place to yourselves. It's up to you to figure out who sleeps where. I don't particularly care. I'm just guy they sent on this job. Got any questions for me?
Will we be able to organize this ourselves?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. I mean,
Would
unless
we
you're
able
planning
do
to
that?
unless you're planning to set this place on fire or do anything bad to it, you're free to make any repairs. You can try to request some repairs, but that section of the staff is pretty busy this time of year.
that's good to know.
He does seem
Just
to
making sure
be.
the voice
He
was
does
working,
seem to.
right?
It's working a little bit. Feel free to open the doors if you want. Well, if you're happy with the place,
How
I
the
think I'll
fuck you open
be
this goddamn door?
Click
on my
on
way
it.
then. Enjoy the place, guys, and welcome to Strixhaven.
Thank you, sir.
He gives a very short salute, spins on his heel, and just walks the other direction. Doesn't seem to even look back once. So, let me give some quick descriptions here as you guys had wandered further into the garden. I'm going to occasionally pause it to give like narrative description, essentially. Give me one moment here. The statue, whoever the statue was, it's hard to discern any specific god. But the face at this point had been broken off, and a lot of the other discerning features had been lost to weathering and other little breakdowns. When you first open the door, it's practically like a poof of dust as the doors open up, which might cause a few coughing fits for people who have lungs. There's a short staircase that leads up to the main room. And even though the outside was pretty shitty, the inside's not too bad. It definitely needs a good dusting. There's some spiderwebs in the corners here and there. And a lot of the books seem ruined better than anything else, but it's a pretty large space. If I unpause the game, you feel free to move around. There's a piano that sits in the corner by itself, and a couple of fireplaces that are not currently lit, I'll notice. America, when you walk outside to the balcony, it's just more kind of just trees and nature out in the distance. Nice view, but nothing too special. We can, as you guys are walking around these rooms, by the way, you can feel free to ask to make investigation checks or perception checks to kind of scan the room and see if you notice anything special as you're looking around the room. Like, for example, Octo, give me a perception check as you're in that room on your character sheet. America too, since they're in there.
Figure out that.
How
Yep.
do I do that?
I'll hit pause here. You just need to open up your character sheet, and it's in the area besides stats. To the right of it, there's a list of skills. You're looking for either perception or investigation.
Oops.
Okay. Oh, that was an intelligence check. Which
And what do I
think
do with that?
It's not on stream.
You just click on the word.
Investigation.
Oh,
Okay. So America was picking up on it, but Blue was the first to notice it. On the counter, there's a kind of an old canister that has some small etchings along it. And it's obviously at least a little bit magical from what you can tell. Gonna go touch it, Mikey. Take a look at it, America, I mean. So when you, at least for certain magical items, I just let people know what they intuitively kind of do, unless there's something special. When you go to touch it or get close enough to it to feel the magic and kind of tune into it, this is a bottle, I would call it closer to a flask of boundless coffee.
oh shit!
You guys basically have like a magic coffee maker. Although, ooh, you can't pick it up and put it in your inventory. So that's a part of the kitchen set. which might give some of you guys some thoughts that there might be more leftovers hanging around in this place.
Interesting.
Besides the coffee maker, you didn't really notice anything else special in the room. Besides probably the detectable smell of mold. You gonna try to open that door, Cecil? When you go to try to open that door, it does not budge. It appears to be locked or stuck.
Did I bust through it?
Well, you have a few options here. You can investigate the lock, or you could try either maybe a sleight of hand to try to lock pick it with just kind of a makeshift lock pick. Or you could just kick it in. The door doesn't look particularly strong, just stuck.
Everything's run down already.
Yeah, up to you.
May I try lockpicking it?
Yeah, give me a
Right.
sleight of hand roll.
How do I?
Open up your character sheet, and it's the area besides the stats to the right of it.
1 second. Not that's the wrong one. And where is it?
There's that long list of stats. It's near the bottom. Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. I am struggling. Bottom level, bottom right.
Yep. Let me just bring these guys up here.
Who
See if
the
either-
fuck?
They're just quiet for the moment.
Stats. Left or right? Bottom left
To
or
the
bottom
right of stats.
To the right of stats.
I can do a quick print screen for you.
Nation.
It's alphabetical, so it'd be down by the S's.
S's. Special traits.
So dusty.
No.
I can't scroll down anymore. Help.
Give me one moment here. It doesn't show where my cursor is. Print screen. So you bring up your character sheet. You have the attributes tab open. Yes.
Yes.
So left hand, furthest to the left hand side, you have strength, dex, constitution, all that stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
The rectangle next to that, you see all those words there?
Uh-huh.
Acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, all that stuff.
Mhm.
It's at the bottom of that list in the S's. Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. I just click it.
Yes.
Did it? Oh, I accidentally did too.
Okay. So you might have maybe picked up a splinter or just a piece of wood that was laying nearby and try to fiddle with the lock a little bit. It's not great. You feel like you might have been close to getting it, but you didn't manage. I'm going to say Reese would give his attempt at it as well, because he's a little bit better with it. And with Reese's help, after you've already kind of taken a look at it, he manages to get the door unlocked for you guys. Now, I don't know if I can modify this item pile, but don't pick it up.
Okay, don't do it.
I mean, all else fails, I'll just try to remember. So, this is something else you guys would know. It's slightly busted, but there's a cleansing stone just at the end of this little bathroom here. When you touch it, it'll clean your clothing. Typically, if it was fully functional, it would also clean your bodies, but this one seems to have seen better days, so it only cleans your clothes when you touch it.
Touchy.
You guys are going to be checking the stalls.
Check all the
Concerning.
stores, see if there's anything open.
So, some of the stalls, not going to lie, are very filthy. Definitely need a good cleaning. Other ones are clean. Some of them are just broken. The baths are in basically the same state. There's a couple of locked doors you guys come across that you can't seem to budge open either. The sinks, though, if you try them, do in fact work.
Oh, this one is a bathtub. That's pretty nice.
Yep. Do any of you? I'll remind you. Do any of you want to do any investigation or perception checks as you're looking around this room?
Perception
not?
check.
So the difference between a perception and an investigation check, I might change this, but they use different stats for bonuses. Okay, Clue, you don't find anything as you're looking around really of interest besides those couple of locked doors. Neither does America. Okay, I'm not sure. In the room that you're in, at least right now, you didn't really find anything with your perception check. Of note, there's a couple of cabinets, one at the bottom there, which America is by, and one that was in here as well. It seemed like, you'd be storing maybe towels or other stuff in there. And a couple of the baths, there was other things as well.
Can you try sleight of hand trying to unlock this door again?
Yeah, feel free. And if you guys want, this is where the roleplay kind of comes in. If you want to say you're checking all the cabinets or any stuff like that, just let me know. Let me know what your character's doing as you're wandering around this environment. Oh, you managed to get this one open. This room actually looks pretty pristine.
Oh, that's pretty nice. I'm gonna check
These are benches, by the way, that are on the top of the room. When you open the cabinet, all you really see is a mouse quickly scurry away from the edge. It seemed to have made a little home in the back.
Oh, okay. I'll have to clean that up later.
These guys are just going to be kind of resting out in the common.
Was that a 16?
Yep, you don't find anything extra besides that mouse. Although your perception, as you guys got something that high, you're thinking maybe you should be checking those little cabinets at the end of it as well. If there was a mouse in one of them, there might be other things in the other ones as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh
use.
god, were there mouses in the kitchen?
I'm gonna check it in this cabinets right here.
Mm-hmm.
Do we use perception again or?
Investigation might get you better results. Perception will give you more hints. I'm going to be saying.
Okay, well, fuck.
No luck so far.
Check for rats.
As you're checking all the cupboards and things, Plu, one thing you do notice is there actually is a good deal of rations that aren't spoiled. There might have just been a couple of them that have gone bad, but you guys still are set up with proper food here. Other than that, you don't find anything of note. There's a little coffee maker on there. America, are you doing anything? Kind of going down the order here. Check anything else in this little bathroom? I think the only other room you guys haven't done a check-in is up top here.
Smelling the cabinet.
In the biggest bathroom at the top. Oh. Okay, we're gonna let America do a perception check or an investigation check up there quickly.
Ooh,
Can you give me an investigation instead of perception? Okay. Oh. This one isn't too bad. So in the room, the only thing you notice to check that you haven't checked yet is the little cabinet there. But there doesn't seem to be any other secrets that might be about. You can check the cabinet?
Checks cabinet.
Okay. In the back of the cabinet, behind some bookcases, is a leather that's seen better days sack. Which you should be able to open there. Where did the... As you guys are exploring, by the way, you might want to give me some time to catch up. Otherwise, I'm going to keep mashing the space bar. Yeah, you can feel free. So America, the other two, if you don't realize this because you're elsewhere right now, America, you find when you open the sack, there's a small collection of coins, some gold, and silver. You should be able to just, if you open it up, you might be able to take it. I'm not sure if it isn't an option for that. You just need to double click on the item stack. If you can't figure it out, let me know. Are you going to leave the rest of it behind or bring it out to your compatriots? Friendos?
I don't know those fuckers like that.
Just going to take all of it then?
Yep.
Okay, let me add the rest of it to your sheet then. You left some behind.
Scum.
Scum.
Move that. Move that. All right, I'm gonna keep it paused for a second here. Plu, as you're going up those stairs, there is a loft up top, kind of a storage area, but it's so messed up at this point. Guys are gonna need to do some team efforts to kind of clear it up to be of any use. There's a lot of the parts where the roof's kind of collapsed a little bit, or it's overtaken with spider webs and other stuff like that. It's a mess up there. Now I'm gonna go to Cecil. You guys moved so far. Holy shit. If you want more descriptive, you just gotta go a bit slower for me.
Oh no, I was looking at the scenery.
Okay, so Cecil, you went to the southern bedroom. Also, if you guys see any specific items in the room you want to inspect, whether it's like a piano, fire case, bookshelves, anything like that, just let me know. As you head on out to the balcony, so that one is obviously a dorm room you passed through. There's treasure chests at the end of it. Some of them are left open, some of them are still closed. There's one under the bed. Seems like there's a lot of books here as well, and room for extra books. The scenery's quite nice. This actually shows you that there's a little bench down here, right next to a pond. And give me a perception check as you're looking out over the pond and scenery, Cecil. 8. You don't notice anything that stands out too much. There's a lantern, which is lit, as with most things, by magic here. Bench, seen better days, but still in a nice spot. It looks like to the left here, there's no real path. There might be an animal path going around the building, but it looks like you might be able to squeeze your way around here if you really wanted to as well. And you do see maybe a couple frogs hopping around lily pads. Let people move around again.
All right, I think I'm done sniffing around this funky ass bathroom.
May I use a check to check all the chests?
Actually, there's one other thing I forgot here. Give me a second. On the table, I'm gonna move you back out here. There was a tankard. Wow. There's a tankard with a few scratches of ruins on it as well, which when you got close enough to it, would you want to touch it or try to see what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a tankard of sobriety. I don't know if you can pick up the item if you would like, but essentially it can create ale for you or any alcohol, but you won't get drunk off of it.
Ooh.
Sure,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I don't know how item piles work on your side, so there you go. You can take it. Good. That's working.
I was gonna say, can I have like a little check on all the chests in the room?
Yeah. You can do some investigation on those while America's walking out to the garden.
I
Feel free
might
to
be
keep
able
moving
to find
around.
something in this dirt.
What do you mean weight systems? Not really. I don't really worry about it.
All right.
Cecil, 18 investigation check. Well, none of these plants for one thing. Well, that'd be a nature check. You don't notice anything worth mentioning currently. It's very overgrown. Even if you pushed aside some of the weeds, you wouldn't have really found anything yet. Statue doesn't seem to be anyone you recognize either from the gods.
I'm checking the chest.
Yeah, there's nothing of note in the chests, but there is a lot of storage if you want it. There might be like a couple pieces of old moldy clothing though.
Is it just one? Is it just this one chest, or is it also?
You checked all of them. None of them were locked.
Is this a cabinet? Can I check this one?
Yeah. And also give
How
another
about I
perception
jump in this
check.
fucking pond?
Perception check.
You can feel free to do that. Give me a perception check
Maybe
right
I
in the
find
front.
something in the water.
The wardrobe has been cleaned empty. Does look like some of these places have been prepared a little bit.
Too bad. What about the shelf up here?
Are you actually wait. Are you actually swimming through the pond, America?
Yep. Reminds me of
Okay.
my fucking homeland.
As
Nice
you're
and
swimming
slimy.
around, there is a small glint of light from the bottom of the pond, but you'd have to swim down to try to get a better look at it. Which will be, I'm going to say, an athletics check to kind of work your way around the weeds and lily pads. Ooh, All right, you get tangled up a bit, and while you're trying to like swim towards the thing at the bottom of the pond, you probably have to resurface after getting kind of tangled up in the plants. We're gonna let some other people do some stuff here before we get back to you. Plu, what are you doing?
I was going to run upstairs,
Hmm.
and I could just squeeze through it since I'm a slime.
Squeeze through where? Oh, the upstairs part? You
Yeah,
could
upstairs.
do that if you really want to. I could put you up there.
Yeah.
I don't have an upstairs layout, but you could be crawling around up there. I'll just put you up there. For now, you can give me an investigation. I'll let you know if you find anything. Right now, no, but I'll come back to you because there's a good amount you can squeeze around. And then finally, Siren, you've just been checking all the little
Cabinets.
yeah. So far, all you've really found is traces of other students, some pieces of clothing here, some scribbled notes there, a couple love letters, bits of gossip, stuff like that, and maybe like some extra quills. Nothing really of use. A lot of tidying up to do more than anything else in this room.
Well, we can give a little sigh and then just walk around the room. Actually, I'm gonna walk out the door.
And then you walk out the
Nope,
door
not
and you see
me.
the thrashing of America down in the pond. America, you want to give me another athletics check?
A what check?
Athletics.
Check.
As
Me or
Cecil
Siren?
gets full view of this elf
Just
diving
standing
down again.
You are, Mikey. You are America.
You are. You get close enough that you can start to grab the object at the bottom. We're probably gonna make you do one last roll because you're rolling so low, but for now I'm gonna go with the others. Plu, you're gonna keep squeezing around looking for stuff.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take that going forward, Mikey, but we're gonna be with Plu for a second here. Investigation of give me a new investigation. 13. Okay. You're going to have to take some more time here, but as you're kind of squeezing along, you see eventually on the far side over here, the roof, there's actually like a hole that you can see out of to kind of get an aerial view. That's the only other thing you really see of note. This upper place definitely wasn't used by the students because no one had your capabilities. But I will note you do kind of have to go slow because right now, even though you can squeeze through stuff that's very small, you have a skeleton in you. I want you to remember that.
No, I dropped the skeleton.
Oh, you don't have the skeleton. Okay.
I dropped the clothes.
You
at the
dropped it.
skeleton.
Okay. Smart. All right. Cool.
So you come
Cecil,
up the stairs.
do you want to just keep watching while America's doing this?
Probably. America, what are you doing down there?
He's like under the water flailing right now. Okay, you come up with it after that. It was a orb at the bottom of the pond that was kind of lost in some mud. See if you can pick it up.
A breathing bubble?
Yeah. So when you get these items, this is something I should show you guys. If you open up your character sheet and go to inventory, you should be able to see them underneath equipment and stuff, and then click on them to see what they do.
Oh, look at that.
The breathing bubble is essentially like a helmet you can just put on.
So I can like breathe on the water now?
If you read the description in your inventory, it lasts for an hour.
Honestly, I can't find it. Where is it? Was it under? Oh, there it is. I see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
So you see America pop out of the water, Cecil, with what appears to be a sort of helmet. It looks more like a fishbowl in their hands.
Hell yeah, look what I got.
Are you
Just
really?
drenched.
I'm a
Are you-
fish person now.
Are you really running around just to find that thing?
Yeah. You never know when you need to breathe underwater for an hour.
You're unbelievable.
There's like I think that's probably like maybe an 8-foot balcony or a 10-foot balcony. You want to try to scamper up that, America, or you want to walk back around?
What is that, athletics?
Yeah, it'd be athletics to try to climb up there. Not too hard. Yeah, you practically do a fucking backflip up there. Or a front
Hell
flip.
yeah. Yeah,
Hops the
I know,
banister.
natural.
Gonna
And then-
grab onto the balcony fucking fence.
Sniffs around the bed. Sniff,
fucking
sniff,
scared.
sniff. Anything under this
Plu,
carpet?
while you're searching that, I'm going to ask Plu some stuff. No, there's nothing after the carpet, but that's good thinking. Plu, give me one more investigation.
Let's hope I get something good.
8. Well, you get to the roof, and you don't see anything of note. I'm going to take your character to the specific point here so you can kind of get the view. At least from your vantage point, you don't see anything. I'll drag you through the wall here. But there is this weird little back alley almost behind the building that you definitely wouldn't have seen unless you got here. You don't see anything particularly in it. There's probably like an old broom leaning up against the wall down in there. But other than that, nothing of note. I could let you drop down into the alley, or you can kind of retreat back the way you came if you want.
I'll just sit here and stare in this view.
All right, I'll let the other people move around a little bit then while you're chilling.
Can you please stop moving around with your drenched body and go to the bathroom to actually clean up?
You are dragging water just everywhere.
You know this is our bedroom, right?
Oh, I feel like at least one of the other two would be like, there's 2 bedrooms at least. There's another one up here.
Think
Here,
I can
take a
pull
look
up one
at
of
it.
these floorboards and find something under it?
America, for the love
I feel like
of
there's a couple
God.
floorboards missing where you could pop your head into.
America, for the love of God, at least go to the bathroom and clean up.
Oh,
We haven't used the bathroom.
hey, does anyone... It's gonna be crowing. Does anyone happen to need an arm?
Ooh, is this a room?
Yeah, so as you walk in, America, the dwarf is holding up what appears to be a prosthetic limb, like an arm, just kind of flopping around in
What
his
the
hands a little
fuck,
bit.
man? What the fuck you got there?
It was underneath the bed. I thought there was just a hand peeking out from under the bed.
I have to bury the body.
Octa, you can hear the muffled voices of your party kind of talking through the walls.
Is there any holes in the roof?
I'll just
Just
leave
jump
this
in.
on the table.
Gonna run
I'm gonna say yeah, you could just squeeze in. America,
Hmm.
America doesn't notice.
Lift
it's to
table,
him,
anything
fucking-
under here?
Fucking, as you turn around, you can see your Uzi companion just kind of slide through a crack in the wall.
What the fuck?
Nothing under the table.
I'm gonna go through
Hey
the
man,
wall.
you think you squeeze other places?
I'm gonna go to the
Think you
washroom
find something in
Oh.
the toilets.
and grab some towel.
Oh yeah, there are towels to take.
Yeah, and I'm gonna run back to America real quick. 1 second.
Put on the leg.
Anything in this plant?
No. In fact, that one's a fake plant.
America,
Fake plant.
take
Probably
the,
why it's still alive.
take the fucking towel. I just shove it in his face
Yeah, what the fuck
Clean
is
the
this?
and clean the fuck up. You're dragging water everywhere.
At this point, at least, I think it's not as well. There's still a decent amount of water, but not a ton. That flip did take off some of it, at least. There is
Take
something
water
worth
off
noting.
everywhere.
These fireplaces
water
are
on
double-sided.
everybody.
Is Pooh back down from the roof yet?
Yeah, he's slimed back down.
No.
Ooh, I
Sending
can
the
go out
slime.
there,
Did you find anything around, Pooh?
out
No.
the way. Oh, is that not a door?
That's a
Oh,
Can I
window.
squeeze out the window?
That one, no, it's just a glass plate window.
Damn.
What type of limb
If
is
you
this?
wanted to get down outside, your best bet would be out here.
What the heck is this?
Move the books around.
I
Any
do
magical
search-
books with secret spells in it?
It's mostly a lot of very dry, boring subjects like history or talking about other worlds, base magical components, or just like actual fiction. Some good reads, but nothing of note. You hear the vague sound of a piano playing somewhat poorly in the other room.
The other.
Reese is kind of messing around with it. Give me an intelligence check, Cecil. Or also Plu as well. Oh yeah, intelligence checks. It's just you click the stat intelligence and you hit ability check. Ah.
Oh wow.
Can have all you guys try, but I want to see. Oh my goodness. You have some high checks.
Where's my intelligence? I can't even find it. That's how unintelligent I am.
On the stat, Mikey.
Lowest one.
Your intelligence of 12. It's to the left of those skills. It's underneath the stats attributes.
Oh. Do I touch that?
You click on it, yes, and hit ability check.
Ah.
Oh my god. Okay, that's I just want to note you guys all rolled very high all at once. Okay. All of you notice this at the same time, kind of almost in sync. As Reese is kind of playing on the keys, there's a particular area of keys as he hits them that sounds off, while the rest sound perfectly fine. So you know what keys are wrong with the piano itself. And Plu, you think maybe you guys should check on the inside of the piano.
I was gonna say, can I check inside of the piano?
Yeah. Let me just... Cecil, you were kind of closest over there. Hit the highest check. When you open up the back end of it, there's a little ball at the bottom, basically, sitting on top of some of the wires.
I can't click on it. Oh, okay.
I'll go grab it.
Yank. Don't be like you guys don't need to be like raccoons. These are also very... You guys all know this. The items you're finding, these are like common magic items. They're kind of just nifty.
I'm gonna give...
What the fuck is this?
I'm gonna hold it and give it to Plu to investigate.
Yeah. Plu, you can pick it up. I'll take it out over here. I don't know if it's accessible otherwise. It's just a... let me get the description here. Whenever you hold it, you can determine what time it is outside. This is something more used for people who are like going underground and stuff like that. And as you guys kind of are all huddled around this orb, give me perception checks, all of you.
Where the heck?
Okay, I'm gonna say Blue notices it first. Specifically over there against the wall, there's an old halberd kind of just set up there as like a wall mount. I forgot the term for it. Wall decoration. And it's starting to shake a little bit. And as you start to kind of look at it for a little bit longer, you see it float up, which means you're not going to get surprised attack, as parts of the room seem to come alive and fly towards you guys and hover in the air.
What the
We're now switching to combat.
How's this attacking back?
Let me just switch up the music here.
Oh.
It was a fucking ambush. Let me just get into combat states. Now we get to roll initiative. So just with a quick glance, there appears to be a halberd, a knife, one of the brooms, and a collection of books that are coming off the shelves. So on your character sheets, I'm going to need you guys to find initiative. It's on the top right area of your character sheets, and I need you to click on it for me.
Normal?
Yep. You just roll for these things as well. Good rolls all around. I'll also roll for the people that aren't here, and I'll just pilot them for a little bit here. Oh, I'm gonna. Crone might not know what's happening at the moment. He's probably just looking at the limb. Yeah, he's got the lowest on the initiative count. That makes sense. Begin combat. Okay. So first person goes. So unless I say it's your turn, try not to move your character or anything. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this knife on the table here. Just I mean, you can't see who it's looking at, but almost by instinct, it seems to dart out and move towards Cecil to try to cut. Let's see here. That was a public roll, wasn't it? I didn't want it to be a public roll. Let me switch that to. Okay. Does 11 hit your AC? Okay, 11 does hit. So Cecil, you take 3 points of damage, which is off your hit points. Can you find that on? It's on the top left of your character sheet.
Mm-hmm. I got it. I changed it.
So yeah, you weren't really expecting this. You were just kind of realizing what was happening, and before you know it, one of the kitchen knives on the table flew up and did a quick cut across one of your forearms, which was decently deep, drawing the first bit of blood to add to the room.
Oh shit, you good, bro?
America, it is your turn. So, for D&D combat, you have some options here. You have your movement, which you can move up to 30 feet in a turn. You have your main action and what's called a bonus action. For you right now, you're a warlock, so you have, yeah, you're a warlock, right? Yeah, warlock. So you can look at your spell books for one thing, for some options, or your features as well for certain things. I can kind of help you through this. Why does it? So right now, I'm not super familiar with warlocks. I'll be learning it with you. If we're talking about main actions, Mikey, unless you want to try to retreat or move your character to a better position, if you just wanted to shoot a spell, I can point you towards what some of your options might be.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot a spell.
Okay. So underneath your spellbook tab on your character sheet, you can see all your options. Cantrips are stuff you can spam. You don't really need to worry about how much you use them. I might need to fix this a little bit, but your pact magic, you only have one use of those before you have to take what's called a long rest, which is like an 8-hour sleep. So your pact magic, you have to be more careful with when you use it. So if you want an offensive spell, something like Eldritch Blast could be good right now, or Sacred Flame. If you want something stronger and you want to pull out the pact magic, you could use something like Guiding Bolt or Witch Bolt. It's up to you how much you want to go ham at the moment. Feel free to read them too. Ask any questions.
Cast Witch Bolt.
Okay, which one are you using it on?
The axe. It's the closest.
Yeah, so halberd, perfect. So for Witch Bolt, you should just, if you hover over the picture for it, the little purple picture of the little lightning bolt thing, there you should be able to have a button to click on that looks like a D20. Okay, so 18. That wait, let me check the things AC. That definitely hits. So click the damage button in chat. It's just the chat thing on the right there.
Normal?
Yeah, normal. Jeez. Okay, so you're not fucking around the second these things float up. I think we talked about this. Your spell casting, your arcane focus, like it forms basically what looks like a blunderbuss to other people.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so arcane magic swirls around America, and what looks to most of the rest of you just like a very strange alien weapon, similar to a crossbow without a string, forms, and you blast out the witch bolt, which is like a crackling thing of green and purple energy that smashes into the halberd. almost breaking it in two. You can definitely tell it's heavily damaged now, pretty fucked up. And I believe, let me read more about Witch Bolt.
Yeah,
Okay.
that ought to get him.
This will come up when it's your turn again. But so the Witch Bolt, even after it hits it, the Witch Bolt stays on this halberd, just crackling around it with energy. So that's your main action. Now the only thing you have left is either a bonus action or movement. You actually have some options for bonus action right now. I believe this is part of your race. You have two abilities that are part of your race: Starlight Step and Healing Light. Healing Light you could possibly use on Cecil if you want to try to heal them, or this doesn't really feel necessary. Your Starlight Step lets you teleport up to 30 feet away to an unoccupied space you can see. So you have either of those options for your bonus action.
Yeah, I guess I'll heal the Cecil dude.
Okay, I've never used this ability before, so let me read it here.
Now, how do I do that?
Okay, it's underneath your features, Healing Light. So essentially, you have 2d6 to work with here. So you can either, yeah. Yeah, so it's this one we're just gonna have to do manually. So essentially, you have 2d6 to work with. You could either choose to heal Cecil for 1d6 or use both for 2d6. Cecil took 4 points of damage, or no? Yeah, 3 points of damage. So do you want to use both your d6s or just one?
What if I only use one? What does that mean if I use one? What do I do?
If you only use one, that means you have the other one as an option to heal someone in the future. If you use both, you won't be able to use this again until you get a long rest.
Oh.
Yeah.
She'll be fine with one heal.
Okay. Then in the chat, if you type /roll space 1d6, that'll roll you a 1d6. Most of this is automated, but some stuff you have to do manually.
You
Although it
should
might
type
be
that now.
/roll space 1d6. I might be able to get a module that makes that a little bit quicker for people. Okay, Cecil, you heal for 2. As almost starlight seems to come out from America and float across your wound, healing it up a bit.
Yes, my stars
Perfect.
start to glow across my body.
Yeah.
I got it.
It's actually pretty fucking sick. So the only other thing you can do now, America, is you have 30 feet of movement if you want to move around, or you can just stay where you are. You can also get any weapons ready if you want to as well.
Go straight up to the floating book.
Okay. Cool. That's your turn then.
Yep.
So next is Plu, as you're kind of holding the orb. So how combat rounds essentially work, this is a span of 6 seconds of time, typically. Sometimes I stretch that more or less. Sometimes be 15 seconds, but like all this is kind of happening at once. And the initiative order is just how quickly people can act. So you're just like a little bit behind the knife and America doing things, essentially. So Plu, what are you gonna do? The knife's closest to you, but you also see the broom over there.
Probably just attack the knife. Toll of the Dead.
All right. Can do Toll of the Dead, yeah. Should just be able to click the picture to do the roll for it. So that's a saving throw for the knife. For the knife. Oh no.
The knife.
I don't know how wise a knife is. The knife did not succeed, so you get to do damage. Ooh. Alright. So with a loud, echoing clang, that hits the knife pretty hard, cracking the blade and chipping it away. Looks very hurt as well. Still standing, but that was a very, very solid hit. And with how fast it was moving through the air, probably a good thing to use something like that on it rather than trying to hit a knife out of the air. Anything else for you?
I don't think I have anything else.
Okay. The next is the books that are in front of America. Perfect. So it's basically like almost like a golem of books approaching you, swirling around, and they're going to. I'm just reading something here. They're going to fully engulf you as they attempt to swing at you here. Okay, let me look at your AC real quick. 13. I need to do a quick Googling of the rules here. I need to see. I always forget if, if I rolled exactly Mikey or America's AC 13, I forget if ties are in the attacker's favor or the defenders. Just need to double check that.
Defenders.
If the attacker meets the defender's AC, the attack will hit. So this attack does hit because it met the AC, basically. So 13 or higher will hit America is how it works. Let me just... So America, you take 6 points of damage as these books just clobber you from all angles, basically.
What?
Yep. So for the damage, it's in the top left of your character sheet. Between getting hit by dictionaries or cut by just tons of paper cuts. Oh, fuck. My mic. Oh, sorry.
The power of knowledge hurts.
Yeah. So your HP is in the top left of your character sheet. You just reduce the 10 on the left side to 4. Okay. So that is all the books are going to do. It's now Reese's turn. What is this NPC going to do? Books. Let me look at this spell page here. I feel like that's hurt. The knife's over there. Reese is going to walk down, point up a finger towards the books, and cast Eldritch Blast. That's a 9. I'm actually going to give him advantage only because the books are very focused on pummeling the poor elf. So if there's stuff like flanking, this literally doesn't matter. Maybe Reese is just a bit surprised or a bit off, or as he shoots the Eldritch Blast, the books just happen to get out of the way, but that attack does not hit. Let's see if he has any bonus actions. Nope. Don't think so. That's all that Reese can do. Which means it's the broom's turn. I think the broom flies out towards Reese, who's now stepped out away from the group. Bunch of squishies. That's interesting. I was going to take some swats at him. That misses. And oh my god, the broom got 2 natural ones in a row. Okay. Cursed luck. Cursed luck for Reese, but even more cursed luck for the broom, as the broom just seems to be completely missing. It must have not been used for a while because it is not doing a good job at bludgeoning anything. Cecil, it is your turn to move and react.
I'm gonna use Healing Word.
It's a bonus action as well.
Yeah.
Gonna use it on yourself or America, who's currently being pummeled?
America.
Okay, so you can roll a Healing Word then.
1d4, right?
Yeah, if you look at the spell book and click on it, it'll just roll it automatically for you.
What the heck is that?
So open up your spell book, and over Healing Word, if you hover over the heart, like the picture for the spell, there's a little d20, and you click on that. I'll take that 4 as what you rolled. You just need to click on that button for me because I don't know your spellcasting modifier.
Wait, what did I click now?
The picture for healing word.
Click and then cast spell.
I'll just click
Click
on this. You click on the healing for it.
I
You didn't
click
actually
it.
get a 1. You can just okay. You heal for a total of 8. So America, heal back 8 points of health as all the clubbing and cuts are undone by the words of Cecil.
So like I go over that.
There's no overheal. You're just back to full.
Okay. Oh, shit, thanks, man.
You still have your main action, Cecil.
Main action? What is
So that was a
Cantrip?
bonus action. You have bonus action, main action, reaction, and movement. So that was just a bonus action, which means you can still use a weapon attack. You can like interact with the environment. You can cast another spell. You have some options for your main action. Let me double check something. So you can cast a cantrip even though you used another spell. Typically for spells, anything first level or above, you can't use 2 spells in a turn. Cantrips are the exception of that. So you could use Sacred Flame on it, or what's your weapon?
A bow and arrow.
Or a dagger, yeah. So you may want to use Sacred Flame on it. Or you can also choose another option is you have movement options like disengage or dashing. Disengage will let you move out of the range of the knife without it getting an attack of opportunity.
So right now I have action and
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Movement, and you technically have a reaction, but those typically happen on opponents' turns.
Can I use minor illusion?
What do you want to do with it?
Can I make the illusion of Merriga right in the middle of the room?
You want to make a second Merrick?
Yeah.
Let me read here.
Does that count or no?
Okay, reading what it says. If you create an image of an object, such as a chair, muddy footprint, or small chest, it must be no longer than a 5-foot cube. Can't create for this one because this is minor illusion and it says specific. Yeah, you create the image of an object, not person. So this one isn't strong enough for that.
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't be able to do that, no.
Okay, if not that, then does bless count? Bless doesn't count, right? Because that counts as a spell.
Yeah, that counts as a spell. So your options, you could use guidance or maybe Sacred Flame to help out. The knife in front of you does look pretty hurt. You'd assume if you could hit it with a Sacred Flame, it would probably might shatter.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Sacred Flame.
Okay, you just click on the picture for it. And then as a saving throw for me, let me just do that quickly here. Okay. So, as like kind of that nice white fire sparks out of your hands and goes towards the knife, it managed to zip out of the way to the side and avoids the attack.
Mm. And I don't think I have movement.
No, if you have 30 feet of movement, but whenever you're in combat with something or something's right next to you, if you try to move away from it, it'll get an attack of opportunity, so it'll have a chance to hit you. The only way to avoid that is with certain spells or using your main action to do the disengage option.
Okay, I don't think I can do anything else then.
Okay. Next would be the animated halberd, who America's currently surrounded by books. Let me just quickly flip a coin here because these things aren't particularly intelligent. Okay, it floats down and kind of blindly goes to take a swipe at Cecil.
Fuck with all these damn books.
Put that next to the wall.
I flipped the coin for who it was going after. Ooh, that definitely hits. Oh, Okay,
Oh,
let's get to see
you
how
good,
this
bro?
goes. Cecil, you take 9 points of damage, which knocks you unconscious.
Ah, fuck. Okay.
Cecil!
So you might have been too focused on the knife in front of you, but out of nowhere, the halberd blindsides Cecil, taking them to the ground. So yeah, your health just goes to 0 for now,
Mm-hmm.
but you are unconscious and prone. That's all the halberd can do, I believe. Yeah, that's all it can do. Now it is up to our boy. I'm gonna do a very quick check for him, but it's not a very hard one. No, wait, he has a high enough passive perception.
Hey guys,
So
feels
while
like
the
we
dwarf
should
was
do
over there listening, like looking at this prosthetic limb, suddenly he just hears crashing and shouting and spells being cast from the other room. Puts that down, has 25 feet of movement. How far can I get him? Oh god, okay, he's gonna move up to here. Oh jeez. What features does he have? Ah. All he has is some weapons. Okay. So I'll let the group kind of decide here. He could try to throw a javelin at this halberd, or the books, or he could use a dash action to actually get into the fight for the next turn.
Well, the halberd is almost broken anyway, so surely if you can hit it with the javelin, it will shatter.
Yeah, gonna have to go with that one.
All right, that's a 2 to 3. Let me see what the javelin can do.
Assuming he has any accuracy.
Oh, the javelin actually does hit.
Woo!
So he got an 18 to hit, and he got 8 damage. So just like it's actually pretty impressive to watch someone just fling a javelin at a floating halberd, but he hits it right at the actual axe part and shatters it finally, sending this
Hell
into
yeah,
splinters. Gone. So Cecil is still unconscious. That is one enemy down. So we're back to the top of the round. The knife, now that its first target seems to be gone, doesn't seem to really care anymore to finish the job, and just kind of quickly floats over to Plu.
Hey, watch out, man.
Okay, that's 22 to hit. 2 or 3 piercing damage. Kind of cuts into your goop, your goopiness.
Goop.
And it is Marika's turn. You are back to full health, but you are currently just surrounded by books.
Let's see here.
So you don't have any more pact magic left. You do have Eldritch Blast or Sacred Flame, although... Actually, no, Sacred Flame is magical fire. I was going to say, maybe don't set the books you're surrounded by
Don't I
on
have one
fire.
more Cure Wounds?
You do have one more you could use, yes. From your,
And
it's
after I
called
use
Healing
that,
Light.
I can use a cantrip?
It's a bonus action. So your Healing Light's a bonus action. So yes, you could use a cantrip after using it.
Alright. I healed, Cecil. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can roll a d6 for me.
Let's see. I have too much shit on my desk.
All right, Cecil, you are back awake at 4 hit points. It's a lot of violence today, all of a sudden. But yeah, if one moment you're standing, next moment you're on the ground in the darkness, and then you feel another surge of life enter your body. Your eyes open, and you're still prone, but you're no longer unconscious.
This is bullshit.
So you'll have to pick yourself up next turn. Let me just. Is there prone? There's the prone button. Okay. You want to use your spells now, America? Your cantrip?
Yes.
You got Sacred Flame or Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I'm gonna say you have advantage.
I got
on
an
this attack.
idea, guys. I got an idea. I cast Sacred Flame in hopes to burn all the flying pages and books around me and do some damage to the main target.
Go for it.
If I can remember how to do this.
Let me do the saving throw for this thing.
Oh shit! It's over here.
Okay, so roll damage.
Normal.
Okay, so typically, this damage is more radiant than fire. However, for this particular swarm of books, it seems for whatever might be enchanting it, the radiant damage does actually do extra damage. So it actually does a total of 10 instead of 5 to these things. As some of the pages are burned away, not dealing any extra damage to you, but taking this thing from a very large swarm to almost half its size it was. That was a pretty effective attack on it.
What can I say? I'm a natural.
Okay. All you really have left is your movement. Only other note I'll give you for the future turns is even though you're swarmed by books right now, and that would typically make it harder to get out, you have Starlight Step, which is a bonus action, so you could just teleport out of here without taking an attack of opportunity as a bonus action.
Yeah. I'll use Starlight Step to
You can't use that this turn because you used your bonus action to heal someone. That'll be next turn, buddy.
All right, I'll just sit here and keep tanking.
Keep tanking. Octo, Blue, you're up. There's a knife swinging at you.
Let's blast it again.
Damn, man. Getting kind of rough out here.
All right, it doesn't succeed on its saving throw, so you can do damage. Ooh. Okay, so with another echoing gong, the vibrations this time are enough to completely shatter the knife. It breaks, sending little metal pieces all over the place, and it is no more.
That would do more damage since I already I have less health, right?
Hmm?
I do more damage, right? It's less health.
Oh,
That doesn't
yeah.
matter.
It's injured, but yeah, there's a difference for Toll of the Dead. Good call. Anything else, Octo? Or Clue?
Can I help? Guess I take that.
You could move, but I'm gonna say moving and helping someone to their feet. Helping someone to their feet can be a bonus action, sure. So you can just move over next to Cecil and then help him up. So what prone does typically, if you hadn't have helped, prone makes it so to stand up it takes half your movement. Okay. It's a good use of your turn then. It is the books next.
Get on up.
All the books are moving. There we go.
This attack's called Book Club, by the way. It's a pretty funny name.
Oh my
Mikey
God.
stiffens.
Ooh.
America stiffens.
Even though you're in the heart of the storm, this time you're more prepared for it, and you're stopping these attacks with, I don't know if you have your sickler spear equipped, but yeah, you're managing to not get hit by all these things. Easy. That's all the books can do. Now we're back to Reese, who's
What can I
currently
say?
fending off a broom. He's
A
just
broom?
gonna keep blasting. Ooh. Wait, that one actually hits. Nice. 16 to hit. 4 damage. Okay. Blasts a good chunk of the hay or whatever brooms are strung up with. Broom's not down yet though. Which, speaking of broom, it is the broom's turn to whack Reese back.
Shit. Hey, watch out, man.
Ooh, that one hits. Whack 1. Second one hits.
Oh shit, man, you good?
Oh, 1 HP.
Oh.
Those are two. The first 2 swings from the broom were really shitty, but this time this broom is surprisingly strong. As you can see, the impacts here, it is like being hit by like a bow staff. So Reese is like almost down, you can tell. Pretty winded. and teetering pretty hard
Hey,
here.
that fish dude ain't looking too good over there.
Cecil, your turn.
I'm using healing word on Reese.
Throw out that healing word for him. Click the healing button.
Yes, I
Oh, shit.
did.
Doing a
Yeah,
healing
Try to
well-
have it. You guys got a lot of healers, which is nice. Okay, there's a healing button on in the chat box, Siren, on the right there. Can you click that for me?
The word healing,
Underneath healing word.
and then normal.
Normal. 7. Ooh, nice. Okay, yeah. He was looking like he was gonna fall over one moment, and then the next moment with Cecil's words, back to ready to fight. You guys might be squishy, but you got a lot of healing to put out to make up for it. Okay, that's good. Anything else? Well, you have your main action you can still use. Currently, what's left is there's the books and the broom. Books are more hurt than the broom right now, but they actually seem to be about equal strength in terms of how much of a threat they are.
I'm gonna use Sacred Flame on the book.
Smart. Saw that they were vulnerable before. Give me a roll. Make a dex saving throw. They fail, so roll damage for me. Ooh,
damn.
okay. So with another gout of sacred fire, these books are fully burnt up, freeing Marika from them as they fall to ash around your feet.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which only leaves the broom left. Anything else you want to do, Cecil? Any movement?
Gonna move probably a bit closer, which is this much.
Okay. Next is Crowan, who he only saw half of the fight so far, and is still a little
He's
confused.
still in the...
Runs out here being like, well, what's going? Okay, the books are gone. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, there's the broom. Has the
Look who
javelins.
finally wants to join us.
Please tell me.
Oh,
Oh, that's Pawnch. That's not even snow. Okay, whipping the javelin over towards the broom. Actually hits with a 19 and does 4 piercing. It's impressive to hit a broom with a javelin, but he manages to do it. Again, just like it was impressive to hit a javelin or a halberd with a javelin. He's landing the shots.
Hey, DM, is it cool if I just sit in for right now? Because I just got in, but
Yeah,
Just
your
setting up my
character,
headset.
I have been piloting you a bit, just doing a couple things, but not much. You're in the middle of a fight. I can get you up to date whenever you want. Basically,
Alright.
you guys were exploring your new dorm, and then some of the furniture, some of the things came to life to attack you, like books, brooms, and knives.
we assume animated. We're getting
Yeah.
attacked by the things from Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
The wizard and all the brooms animate and start piling water on people.
Yeah, you almost got knocked out by a broom, actually, currently.
Okay, far out.
Yeah, man, that broom was fucking me in the ass. But luckily, we got you.
Fair enough. I don't want that.
Okay. It is back to Marika's turn, speaking of.
Hell yeah. Okay, can I like use my dancing lights to jolt towards the broom and then use a cantrip?
If you really want to flex, yeah, you can use your starlight step for that. How close do you want to get to the broom? You're up to 30 feet.
Yep. Jolt straight up 30 feet towards the broom. And decides to use his Eldritch Blast.
Let me
Oh, that
see.
automatically does that?
That is not enough to hit, unfortunately. So Marika disappears in a flash of stars and then attempts to shoot the broom, but the broom's pretty quick to dodge stuff. Although, do it again because we're gonna see you advantage. This is kind of flanking at this point. The broom is surrounded on all sides. That one does not hit.
Oh,
Okay,
that
no.
can't. Oh, I can't figure that. Oh, shit.
Unfortunate natural one.
Tries to use spell, but it roughly does
You're
nothing.
closer though to help at least. I don't know if there's anything else you can do besides just regular movement now.
What the fuck is a regular movement? Just walking around?
Yeah, you have 30 feet of regular movement. You can just do. You didn't need to flex that hard, but you did.
Is the broom still in one spot?
Yeah, it's still there. You can move right up next to it if you want.
Yeah. Get real close and
Sure.
personal.
If you really want to get tactical, this would be over here would be the best option. Yeah, right behind it.
Alright.
Well, whatever behind to a broom is.
Yeah, surround it.
If you're done, that would be Plu up next.
Well, there's not really a whole lot for it to. Just keep on
You can just keep using that bell. Oops. Toll of the Dead. Let me just do this wisdom saving throw. It fails, so roll damage. It is damaged.
Damaged. Oh. Feel bigger. How would you do the higher damage?
I believe if you just roll damage, it'll say injured or uninjured, I think. Let me see here. No, it wouldn't.
No, I think that was something that Alec programmed.
Huh.
Yeah.
Let me read this spell here. Let me get the extra details. Spell book, Toll of the Dead. So you can just roll a 1d12 instead. You figured it out. 1d12 plus your spell mod, which I can figure what that out is in just a moment here.
It'd be his charisma plus proficiency.
She doesn't add. I don't think it adds actually a spell modifier. It's just a flat roll. But that's still 9 points of damage to the broom, which is actually enough to explode it. So with another echoing gong, much like the knife, the broom shatters wood and the brushed parts of it just flying everywhere. And that is the end of combat. No one's dead. Some blood spilled. Yep.
Blood has been
Just
spilled.
back to relaxing music. No one's dead. But Crone is gonna pick up his javelins again.
Go pick up my clothes.
Oh, so we can move around again?
Yeah, when combat's over, you're free to move around again. Oh.
You doing all right there, fish boy? Oh, that broom will give you a hard time.
I can give you a quick rundown on what all happened as you showed up here if you want, Pawnch.
Yeah, sure.
So you guys were brought over to your little cottage here. I can show you the picture. That's the back view of it.
I'm not in any stream or anything yet. I don't know what's.
That's fine. I can describe it then.
Are
So
you
essentially,
using Foundry, though?
Yeah, we're using Foundry. The links in important links. So you guys, your guys' dorm was what they were saying. They weren't intending to actually use it for any students, but because you guys were part of the last batch of arrivals, they kind of had to scramble to find you guys accommodations. So your dorm's on the outskirts of the main campus, kind of tucked away in a rural area. And it's quite large, but also kind of shitty. There's moss growing all over the place, lots of broken windows, overgrown areas, bad masonry, stuff like that.
I was able to get my soaking tub, though, right?
There are soaking tubs, in fact, in a pretty large bathroom, as well as a slightly broken cleansing stone, which cleans clothing, but not people.
Oh, well, that's useful.
And you guys found a couple other magical items just kind of scattered around, signs of the previous occupants. That was kind of the gist of it. There was a member of, I don't know the wording for it, either student council or some faculty to help drag you over there called Raz, who was a elf that didn't seem particularly happy to be dragging people around, but that was his job for the day.
Like Harry Potter prefect vibes. Like
yeah, can you see now by chance?
Yeah, I got it.
This is what he looked like. He was a full elf. He had those circle rim shades. Seemed to be very full of himself, or very bored with y'all.
Because you have the game pause, it's coming up as an error for me.
Oh, that's fun. Let me just unpause it real quick here, and then drag that out again.
Yeah, I know it says that I lack the permission to update token in parent scene.
That's fucking weird issues. Cool.
Yeah, I love that.
I can show you
That's why we do a session 0, right?
Yeah, I can show you the back end of the place at least, just for you.
Yeah.
Let me just take this away. It's kind of the back end of it that you were walking along.
Moss Haven, I love that.
Yeah, and then this is the kind of, I'll show you the other buildings that are kind of nearby, just on your front door here. So it's a pretty calm area. So
Very
it looks like this.
serene.
Yeah, this place could seat up to 8 students, but you were told you might be the only people in here for a little while at least. So there's 8 beds, but only 4 of you, or 5 of you. You can split it up how you like, essentially.
Okay.
Still don't find anything in the kitchen, America.
Still looking around.
God damn it, I'm hungry. Where's the food around here?
Oh, there's rations. That stuff isn't like super hidden. So there's like a set of a lot of dry goods, biscuits, like raw flour, ingredients like that. I'll say Raz mentioned they'll be getting a shipment of fresh food kind of delivered to you guys. Which actually, why not? I'll say because you guys were exploring for a while. You hear a knock on the front side of the door, and a
Who the fuck is at our goddamn door?
familiar board voice saying, "Hey, you guys still in here?" Whoa.
Yeah, we were attacked. It was
man.
a test.
Oh.
What the fuck were all these goddamn floating items?
Oh, God.
What you trying to
Let me
do?
just kind of flips through his little notepad here. What did you guys get attacked by?
Well, there was a ton of, like, I don't know.
Yeah, the fish dude almost got fucked by a broom.
I'm not a
What was
fish.
that all
Broom.
about?
First of all, I'm not a fish.
It's
I'm a water
broom.
genasi, and I take great offense to that.
Says a broom. Oh, looks like animated
Hey, man.
furniture. Okay, we've had some issues with that. Okay, I'll write that down. Very, very sorry for that, of course. Well, he had a sack over his shoulder as well. I'll just pull out this over here. This is some fresh goods for you. But on behalf of the campus, he pulls out his little coin purse and gives each of you a single platinum coin each. Apologies for that. So you can add a
Yeah,
platinum to
money.
your character sheet.
Okay, well that's more money than I've ever seen in my life.
Where can I buy some
I
goods
shut
around
them
here?
all up.
There's some school shops you guys can go to. Yeah, this
Yeah.
happens from some times, but hey, it looks like no one died. A little bit of blood, and some of you guys look a little bit roughed up, but there's some upsides. Yeah, so you guys will get your food on the daily, just kind of delivered here. Won't always be for me. I'm just kind of doing this as a favor. You guys probably looks like you've been looking around the place, so it's up to you how you want to organize this place. Do any repairs if you want. Try not to fucking ruin the place, or I'll get people up my ass about that.
Ruined? It's already fucking ruined. What do you mean?
Don't blow open the roof. It's
Yeah.
functional.
Almost to myself, like off in a corner somewhere. I'm like, I can make this work.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost drowned in the pond out there. I'm pretty sure I can sue your ass for that.
Oh no! Trust us. You don't want to. Don't get me started. You know how many people have tried that? You do not want to talk to the lawyers of this place. Holy fuck, dude.
I believe there's a whole side of the school dedicated to that, no?
Yep.
Lorehold?
Yep. They got boners for that stuff, dude.
Owners? What?
Yeah, if you're saying you want to sue them, they're basically ruling at the chance to practice some law on you.
Bro, why do I suck at controlling this screen?
It's a bit something to get used to. Yeah, Reese, just a side note. Even though this place is shitty, it is quite spacious, like pretty large. This feels like a place that was more
That
meant
was
for.
literally the only thing that I was
Yeah.
sizing up. Like, I don't give a shit
Yeah.
about the mess.
It's huge. There's even a
Mirka
little.
tries to jump off the ledge.
Give me an athletics check.
Oh
All
shit,
right,
that
you
can't be good.
You take 1 point of damage as you make it, but you kind of fuck up your ankle a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I'm good, bro. Anything around
Everyone's
here?
kind of moving
Digs
around.
around in the bushes.
Raz is
here?
just like, okay, they're going off, sure. He moves
Oh, that
over
can't be good.
to Reese and passed you a letter saying, this is for you, open it when you want, but before the end of the day.
Okay.
Oh,
Sure.
anything at the corner of this building?
You can give me investigation checks. Why am I seeing all of the movement options?
I think I'm outside right now, but
Bro, that one
I'm
ain't
just
even
gonna
roll.
go straight to my room.
Okay.
At that point, just excuse myself.
They
in a
are
polite
public
manner.
rooms, but you can close the door behind you if you want.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Then
I'll
I'll
put you in there.
This letter.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go down the order here. Okay, one last time. America, you're searching around here. What did you get? You're finding nothing but a lot of bushes and maybe a couple of ticks here and there. Just swat off your little
Don't
body.
worry, man.
Plu, do you want to be doing anything? Raz is just kind of standing there watching everyone fly around the room and taking some notes on the damage. Just kind of stand there being a slime man.
Yep. Stare out the
Did
window.
you import my character sheet, or am I just doing raw rolls for now?
I detailed your character. I don't think I was able to import it like just by itself, but I did like a 1-to-1, added everything I could find onto your sheet.
Do you mind for session 0 if I roll live, or
What do you mean roll live? Oh yeah, you can.
Like-
I don't mind. You can
like
roll
real
live,
dice?
dude. Yeah, I trust you. I trust you enough.
Oh, that's how I move the screen. Okay.
Yeah, you right click to go
we
move the
get
camera.
table
Yeah.
dentures, I think.
Okay. So I think
that's
Raz
so much easier.
Raz is probably occasionally actually staring at Blue a little bit more and being like, man, you're gonna be really hard to read. I feel like you might be good for the silver quill. Just nothing there.
Don't forget
I
your.
do.
Don't forget to grab your orb.
I'm talking about the Slimoid,
I
Oh,
know,
yeah.
Orb. the Orb of Time. I'll drag
Character
that over.
design, by the way. Fucking just slack-jawed skull and jello.
Okay, Cecil, what do you want to be doing? You can be talking to Raz or just, I don't know, wandering off.
I'm gonna talk to Raz.
All right, let me put you up there. What do you want to say? You got a little bit of time here, kind of doing micro sessions here.
Is there anything we should be careful for, beside from the thing we already deal with?
Are these steps?
I'll let you know in a second. We'll get to you. I mean, yeah, this is a pretty magic-ridden school. This isn't too unusual for us to hear about, honestly. I'm just glad it wasn't anything worse. Just gotta watch out. You know, it could be magic, could be animated furniture, could be occasional wrong person summoning a demon and losing control of it. Could be some magical runoff. You gotta keep an eye out for stuff, especially in places that are really run down. We haven't had anyone in this place for like 5-10 years now, maybe. Not really sure. School is kind of mostly using it for storage or occasionally using it to host parties. That's all, really. I'm sure once you guys clean this place up, you shouldn't have any more issues.
Gotcha. That's good to know.
I'm gonna go back down on the order here. America, you're just gonna keep bushwhacking over there. I'll let you move.
Yeah, I'll make my way.
The trees
through
have grown
here.
pretty close to the wall here, so you're having to push aside a lot of branches and try to avoid tripping over too many stumps as you're kind of stumbling around. Is there anything blocking your path? Still not finding anything. Also, we have the new person that runs around the map, by the way, Pawnch.
Oh, new Dylan?
Yeah.
New golden retriever.
Yeah. You still don't find anything, but you managed to swat off any bugs that are still sticking to you. I'm gonna give a quick
reminds me of
pause
home.
here. to let Reese know what you find in the letter. I'll give you some details.
Sweet.
You can give me a history check, 'cause there's one of like those official like wax seals on it. It's a very nice envelope, very ritzy envelope.
Hmm. Okay, you want what check?
History check.
Oh, I don't think I have very good history. Intelligence.
Yeah,
Oh, and that's a 4 on the die.
Okay. You don't recognize it. I'm trying to think if there's any other checks I could give you here. Maybe one investigation quickly as you're opening up this letter. I might give you a little bit of stuff.
That's untrained, so that is a +1.
Still is a maybe.
That is a 2 on the die.
Okay, that's a no. Paper feels heavy.
Yeah, no, this is weird. Why would you seal something with wax? It's inefficient.
I'll write this in the little secrets chat. Da, 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 da. Okay, I'll write this down here quickly. One moment.
Oh fuck! How do I unpinch it?
I saw that.
There you go. Quick little TLDR. I'll say you're reading out this letter as I go across up and down. Plu, you still gonna be standing there? Let you move if you want.
I got a lot of nothing. I've explored enough.
Can I do?
Investigating the orb, pondering the orb.
Yeah,
I'm
that's.
wrong.
I'm stunned.
Fair enough. Cecil, what are you doing?
Investigation check on all the plants and crops outside.
That'll be a nature check.
Nature check. Gotcha.
Ooh, that's decently high. Almost all of these plants are mostly cosmetic. Most of the weeds you also know you'll probably need to rip out or take care of. Otherwise, they'll start to overwhelm the flowers. And there might be 1 or 2 plants lost in the weeds that could be used for maybe some alchemical purposes or herbalism. Maybe.
That was useless.
Yeah. I think like.
Oh, I can move again. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm just kind of going around.
He's
I
gonna
feel like
start
Rad's
running
gonna
around.
wrap up his notebook and be like, well, that's me now. Unless you guys have anything else to report, I think I'm gonna be on my way.
Oh, why is it showing all the movement?
I see that too. That's weird. I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's only on Mikey.
So good. I guess this has been your introduction to Strixhaven with all the animated stuff. But you guys seem to handle yourself. You'll be fine. I'm going to go now. The bar's calling me. Walks on out if no one stops him. And we'll slowly wind this down here for the end of the session 0.5. Although I will note, Merrick, when you look upstairs, it's, as I described to Plu, it's just a mess. There's a loft up there for storage, but someone like you would have to like crawl and move shit aside, and it would take a while to clear that space. It's basically impossible for you to move into it. You also see a little slime trail across a lot of things.
I'm gonna grab
Man, you're getting your goop everywhere.
I'm gonna grab a sack of
And I'll mark my
fresh food
territory.
and move it so that I can organize it in the kitchen.
Okay. What I'll do here now is essentially the first session is going to be, I'll have to check my notes, but it might be a week or 2 after this as you guys get settled in. But for now, I'm going to say this is going to be like towards the end of the night. Let me know if anything you guys want to be specifically doing around this little dormitory for this, I guess, end of the night. We're kind of like doing a time skip to the end, essentially, as I wrap this up here.
besides from
Yeah, I
organizing
think
stuff.
that
No.
I am. There's like a cafe around here, right?
Yeah, you guys know of a cafe. It's called the Fire Jolt Cafe, at least one of them.
Okay, after shaking that off, I think that I go just busk outside Fireside for a bit,
Okay.
and then after that, head to the thing.
Okay. So, Reese, would you have left like really soon after Raz left?
Yeah, I'll just like kind of shake it off, put the letter in one of the deep coat pockets of my trench coat, and kind of slither away out the door.
Okay. So you guys won't
It can be
see.
before or after. It doesn't really matter.
You guys won't be seeing Reese for the rest of the night then, as he does that.
See you, man. Have fun.
Oh yeah, thanks. I gotta play some music. It's been a rough one.
So, Cecil, what do you think of that fish guy over there?
I'm not a fish.
Sounds a bit weird.
Just on the way out.
He's just racist.
What do you mean think? What do you mean what I think about him?
What do you think? What do you think?
I have no
First
idea.
impressions? First
I have-
impressions?
I have no idea who he is. I don't care to give opinions.
You just take your token off the map. Don't worry about it. Meow. It's
Can I
all
do
pot out here.
also an investigation
No
check
walls,
around the
yeah.
kitchen one last time?
Yep. You can give me one more for the night as you guys finish getting the place out or tidying up, any cooking.
What's up, Blue?
Don't really find
know, I
anything
have
else
a-
of note. There's still that prosthetic limb that no one really has a use for, but other than that, nothing really worth noting about.
Take it apart.
Yeah.
Let me get a round of investigation checks from the people that are staying. I'll say that for the rest of the night, besides like any cleaning up or tidying up you do or cooking. I'll do one for Krorn as
I'm
well.
gonna just flip some of these carpets over. Maybe I'll find something, you know. Damn, man,
Okay.
why do I keep getting these low ass numbers?
So
Sorry.
the only thing of note is when Crowan was near one of the windows and kind of looking around the place in the back, 'cause I feel like their character would have been doing that. He thought he might have seen something up on the roof that was kind of sparkling a little bit, but the roof is like 40 feet up, and he had no way of really getting up to there.
Looks for a
Safely.
job for old America.
And there's no ease of access to the roof except the way Plu can possibly get up there.
Am I like stuck in the door? What the fuck? Oh.
So he'd probably let you guys know, yeah, I think I saw something up in the gutters there.
Yo, you think you can slime your way up there, Blue?
Hello, Rich, bro. You got there. You can ask for stuff.
All right, you're gonna go take a little walk on the roof, Blue.
Yeah, just throw me up there.
How does? Okay. Well,
It's
I don't have a
oh, yeah.
map for the roof,
Throw 'em up
but I'll say
there.
you like
Yeah, just
ooze your
toss
way
them up
up to
there.
the cracks,
Yeah,
and
sure.
there's broken tiles that you can get up there. I'll say an acrobatics to try to keep your balance for the most part. It's not too hard. Okay, that's not
Oh, wow.
Stay
horrendous.
sticky.
He doesn't. No, I'm gonna say like he's. What I don't know how slimoids function, but he's not leaving a trail everywhere unless he's like
Not
I
a
think going
snail.
fully liquid to
Okay,
squeeze
but
through
effectively
things.
He has like spider climbing shit if he's going straight up.
No, so there's a staircase to the upper loft, and through the upper loft he could like slime his way across some beams and stuff to get through a
Oh, I
hole in
see.
the roof. Yeah,
Never mind, because that'd be OP.
yeah, that would be.
You have some strength, America. Why don't you just bust your way through
Although
it?
I will note he can't hold his breath for
could
an
do
hour,
that.
so that's pretty cool.
I don't need to. so-
Don't blow the roof.
Okay, so I'll put Plu out here. Let me just pause it. So you get over to where Crone was actually talking about, and let me just put this out here. I'll leave it to be a little secret.
Oh, he's outside.
Find something of note. I don't know if you can pick it up. Let me know if you can. kind of slurp around it.
Slurp around it? What the fuck?
As he do. As the goo do.
Tell me it's 3. Okay. And yeah, that's all you find for the rest of the night. So we can, I think, wrap up this session here. Put you back inside. What?
What did he find?
Something. Maybe.
Something.
What you got there?
I think Crone would be like, was it anything?
Nope. Nothing useful.
Do a deception check if you want. Do a deception check real quick here. Ooh.
Where's my?
Well, that'd be an insight, I would think, America, if you wanted to investigate.
Oh well, shit.
All right, he seems like he might be fibbing a little bit.
Seem a bit suspicious there, goo buddy. I do have the power of tear, and I can see the truth
It's mine.
and
You
justice.
can take it.
What do you got there, buddy? I'll slurp you up. Careful.
I feel like the crone's just gonna be like, it's not. I don't really care. I'm gonna go get some food. Where's all the ale? I feel like he's gonna do a very stereotypical dwarf.
Hey, where is it? Oh.
It's in the kitchen. Anyone want anything
okay.
to eat? I'm able to cook us up something.
Yeah, I think I'll have something.
Can I get
Okay.
liquid on IPAs at the fire bolt or whatever?
No, but we'll get to your stuff in a second here. I think for the rest of the group, we're going to wrap it up. So that'll be the end of session 0 and 0.5 for the rest of y'all.
Yay!
No levels up yet, but that kind of gives you an idea of how I run things and how combat flows and everything like that. I'm not going to put items on every single map, but I do like doing that with the occasional exploration map, adding little trinkets here and there to find.
Ooh, if I roll intimidation, can I scare Blue?
I mean, you can try a little bit, but like I said, it's not a guarantee. We're just going to end things here, but you guys have any questions about the systems as you interacted with them or any issues you ran into?
Nope.
Nope.
Not at the moment, no.
Did we get an armor bag at this off?
No, I wasn't. Things were moving pretty fast.
Also, is our health gonna stay like that, or?
No. If you look on your character sheets, this is actually a good point. Underneath hit dice, there's an L rest button. You can all click that, and you'll get a long rest.
Oh, because I was damaged here, I think.
Yeah, people were damaged.
Elrest?
Yeah, it's underneath your hit dice, which is right next to your hit points area.
Even though I'm Team Night Crew this time around,
Mm-hmm.
I'm king of the short rest.
So, Mikey, you can click that button as well, long rest. So yeah, those that's how you recover your stuff. So
Just lays down in the middle of the floor on these
to give
musty-ass
Reese a
carpets.
quick rundown here, Pawnch. Yeah, your team has a lot of healing. America has healing, Cecil has healing, your paladin has healing.
So they're useful.
Yep, and the healing
What is
that
that supposed to mean?
America can provide is actually part of their racial ability too. Healing light. Space elf, astral elf, I mean.
Potato tomato.
Base elf.
Astral elf, it's called. It's kind of a funky
I've
one.
always wanted to do sun elf, like a chicken theme.
Also, when will we see our pet again?
Pet?
Yeah,
What do you mean pet?
pet. You know, my pet.
Oh, well, like I said, your pet, I'll always assume he's there or hiding in your hair or scampering around a little bit. But if you want me to
Yeah.
interact with him, you just need to let me know and I can drag him onto the board like this.
Gotcha.
My slime
Oh.
is inside my clothes, so it's there.
Ooh.
Probably gonna be in my hair, probably.
Yeah, he's got a
Hiding.
little fairy dragon thing. Okay, so that's the end of the session for you guys. I'm gonna be doing some stuff with Pawnch afterwards, but that'll be separate stuff. And yeah, I
I'm
think
getting yelled at, guys.
it'll be okay. I think I should be able to run next week. I kind of want to touch base with Snow and see where he's at, but I have enough. I pretty much everything I need for session 1. I just need to do some studying up on the material. That's all. So I'll let you know if it's next week or a couple of weeks. But yeah, I think that was a pretty damn good first 0/0.5 session.
I got here so late, guys. Like, worked
Yeah.
the very worst customers came in. 5
Don't
minutes
worry
late, it
about
stayed
it.
a whole hour.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just shitty luck though. Catch
Okay,
you
perfect.
next time. I'll
Yeah.
get it off.
Well, yeah, I still got some plans here. We'll be getting you in on the next one though, definitely for sure. Yeah, you guys can probably wrap up your streams now. I'm probably gonna transition to Dragon Pawnch away here.
Go to
Okay.
private chat.
Yeah, we go into a private chat.
You guys
Alright,
have
I'll see
work.
you guys
Dog
later.
with-
Yeah. GG's
Bye,
all
Later, guys.
around.
GG's.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Bye.
We Dragon.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, didn't even get the last word in. Okay, I'm gonna deafen or leave the call here because I need to do outro. Alright. Bye.
Bye.